This is the story of Sarah Calloway, Ohio. November 2019. A normal house, a normal street, a normal woman grieving the loss of her mother. Sarah's mother, Helen, had passed away 3 weeks earlier, quietly, in her sleep. The doctors said it was peaceful. Sarah wasn't so sure. Because the night her mother died, Sarah heard something outside her window. She told herself it was the wind. She told herself grief does strange things to the mind. She was right about one thing. Something strange was happening, but it had nothing to do with grief. It started on a Tuesday, 2:47 a.m. Sarah's phone buzzed on her nightstand. A text message. She reached for it, half asleep, and froze. The message was from her mother's number. 4 words. Sarah's stomach dropped because just for a moment, she thought she heard something outside the house. Footsteps moving across the porch, then stopping directly outside the front door. Sarah sat up. Her hands were shaking. She told herself someone had her mother's old phone. She told herself it was a mistake, a prank, a wrong number. She did not go to the door. She lay back down and stared at the ceiling until sunrise. On the 4th night, Sarah's doorbell rang, 2:47 a.m. Exact same time, Sarah walked to the door. Every rational part of her brain said, "Don't open it." But grief is not rational. Love is not rational. She looked through the peephole. Her mother was standing on the porch. Same white cardigan she always wore, same silver hair, same soft smile, same everything. And for one impossible second, Sarah believed, not hoped, believed, because every tiny detail was there. The small scar above her mother's eyebrow, the faint tremble in her left hand, even the perfume she hadn't smelled since the funeral. Sarah's tears came before she could stop them. She opened the door. Her mother walked in, slowly. She smelled like her mother. She sounded like her mother. She hugged Sarah, exactly like her mother always had. Everything was perfect. Everything was exactly right, except her eyes. Sarah noticed it first when they sat down at the kitchen table. She was talking. Her mother was listening, smiling, nodding, but her eyes never blinked. Not once. Sarah watched for 10 minutes straight, not once. Not when she laughed, not when she drank her tea, not when steam drifted directly into her eyes. Nothing. She told herself she was imagining it. She made tea. They talked until 4 a.m. Then her mother said, Sarah set up the guest bedroom, kissed her mother goodnight, and went to her own room, locked the door. She stood there for a moment, listening, and from somewhere inside the guest room, she thought she heard her mother whisper. She doesn't know why she locked the door. She just did. Sarah woke up at 3:33 a.m. She didn't know why. The house was completely silent. Then she felt it. That feeling. The one that tells you. She opened her eyes. Her mother was standing at the foot of her bed, just standing, in the dark, not moving, staring at Sarah's face. And then, Sarah watched her mother's face begin to change. The features shifted, like clay being pressed and pulled by invisible hands. The nose, the jawline, the cheekbones, all slowly, horrifyingly, rearranging themselves. Sarah screamed. She lunged for the light switch. The room flooded with light, and she was alone. The guest bedroom, empty. The front door, locked from the inside. No sign anyone had ever been there. Except, on the kitchen table, 2 cups of tea, both half-finished. Sarah called the police. They found nothing. She called her mother's old number. Disconnected. She moved out of the house 2 days later, stayed with a friend across town, tried to forget, tried to convince herself. It was grief, hallucination, stress. She almost succeeded, until her friend pulled her aside, one morning, 3 weeks later, and said, very quietly, "Nobody knows what came to Sarah's door that night. Nobody knows what it wanted. Nobody knows how many doors it has knocked on or how many people let it in. What we do know is that somewhere out there, something is wearing a face that isn't its own. Some things come back from the dead, not as ghosts, not as memories, but as something wearing the face of someone you loved. A whisper, her name. I'm outside. Let me in. Sarah, I'm cold. Please. Why won't you let me in? It's me. It's Mom. I should rest now. I'm still so tired. From the journey. Good. You are not alone in the room. Mom? What are you doing? Just that smile, that perfect, horrible, unblinking smile into Sarah's face, both still warm. Sarah, when did you stop blinking? If you get a message from someone who shouldn't be able to send one, don't open the door. Patient. And it is very, very patient. It found Sarah, and it will find others. It always does. Right now, somewhere in the dark, it is standing outside a door, waiting, listening, and the person inside has no idea. None of them ever do. Until the knock comes, until the text arrives, until they look through the peephole and see someone they love, standing in the dark, not blinking. So tonight, before you go to sleep, check your door, check your locks, and if your phone lights up with a name that shouldn't be calling, don't answer. Don't open the door, because whatever is standing outside already knows your face. It's been watching for longer than you think. What do you think came to Sarah's door? Leave your theory in the comments below. Subscribe to Faultline Horror, because some cracks should never be opened.